Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're here today. We're going to be canning our flour. We're trying to clean out some freezer space because we mainly keep our flour in the freezer. And the best way for us to do this is to put it in jars and can it, go ahead and put it in the cellar. That way we don't have to worry about insects getting into it. So we're going to try to take you through that process today. Now we have two different kinds of flour here. We have a gluten-free, all-purpose Bob's Red Mill baking flour. One that uses this to bake with. We're going to be canning some of that. And then we buy the plain, it's a Goya. It's just a rice flour that she uses when she's making biscuits and stuff like that. We're going to be canning that separately. You can hear in the background our timer going off. We have our oven on. We were preheating our jars. We're going to cut into this. And what we've done is we have put our jars in the oven for 40 minutes and preheated them to make sure they're sterilized after we washed them, and also to get rid of any moisture that was in them. So when we put this flour in here, the jars are extremely hot right now, so it lets us know that they're okay to put this flour in. There's not going to be any moisture in it. These jars are really hot. I want to make sure that flour gets packed down in there pretty good. And we'll open up another one here and put just a little bit more in there. We'll try to make sure we get the flour packed in there as good as we can. Get the air out of it. Okay. This jar here, we just put the baking flour in it, the Bob's Red Mill. So what I'm going to do is take a Mark-A-Lot, and on the side of that jar, I'm putting a black dot. That lets me know when I get through which jar had the Bob's Red Mill in it. Now we're going to take the regular Goya. By the way, what's left over in this bag, one will put in the refrigerator and she'll use it. Okay, now we've got some of our jars filled up for our first tray here. We're fixing to put this in the oven. Then we'll be taking our other ones out. Jars out. We've been in there for an hour and 30 minutes, so we're going to be taking them out. We're going to do them one at a time. We're going to take our damp cloth just to make sure there's no flour on that ring. We're going to wipe around it. We'll put us a lid on there. Put our glove back on. Tighten it good and tight. Okay, we've got all of our jars out. You notice we got two different size jars here. These are quart jars. We put them in the oven for an hour with the flour in them. These are 1.5 quarts back here. These went an hour and 30 minutes in the oven before we took them out. There we have it. These have been dry canned in the oven. From Deep South Homestead, thank you for watching.